Good morning from the land of the morning calm. My name is Roy Peregrine, and for this presentation is for Liberty University History 512, The American Revolution. Discussion Board 2, Women of the American Revolution. Artillery adds dignity to what otherwise would be an ugly brawl. Frederick the Great. Artillery, in my mind, is what separates a land army from a street gang. When I think of artillery in the Revolutionary War, the first person I think about is Molly Pitcher. According to ushistory.org, History of Valley Forge, Molly Pitcher, Molly Pitcher was not a single historical person, but a composite folk hero inspired by actions of different people, most of them women, who carried water to the troops during the Revolution. Women filled this role on the battlefield and may have generally been referred to by this nickname. Two real women, in particular, have been associated with the legend of Molly Pitcher. For our discussion today, I'm going to focus on Mary Higgins Hayes McClellan and the Battle of Monmouth Hill. To this day, any separate loading cannon needs water to operate. Separate loading means that you load the round, the powder, shut the breech, and put the primer in. In the Revolutionary War, it would have, of course, been powder, round, and then primer. In order to properly service a piece, you need water. If you don't swab the piece properly, you could lead to failure. Failure of a gun piece means it blows up and kills the whole crew. It doesn't do anything to the enemy. It actually helps them. According to American Battlefield Trust, the Battle of Monmouth Hill was so hot that nearly as many men died from heat as from water. During this day, Miss Hayes brought her husband multiple buckets of water. She was an untrained camp follower, and she became a hero. Mary Higgins Hayes McClellan married Barber William Hayes and worked as a domestic service prior to the war. When her husband enlisted, she became a camp follower and served during the Philadelphia Campaign, 1777 to 1778. Then, during the Battle of Monmouth Hill, New Jersey, she became something more. She carried a bucket of water to her husband's piece. At some point in the battle, her husband was wounded and was not able to help service the piece. Without any thought for personal safety, she, an untrained civilian, grabbed his equipment and began to personally service the piece. If she had been following a camp for over a year, she must have known the dangers of working on an artillery piece. Artillerymen follow St. Barbara for a reason. Guns blow up on a regular basis, especially in the Revolutionary War, when they tended to use steel pieces because they were cheaper. According to Private Joseph Plum Martin, a cannon shot from the enemy passed directly beneath her legs without doing any other damage than carrying away the lower part of her petticoat. Looking down, apparently unconcerned, she observed it was lucky it did not pass a little higher, for in that case it might have carried away something more, and she continued with her occupation. That is also off of the U.S. History website. This means that she, an untrained civilian, did not abandon the piece even when under heavy direct fire from the enemy. According to History.com, this was the longest day of fighting of the American Revolution and ended in a tactical draw. After the war, Miss Hayes moved with her husband back to Pennsylvania and was eventually awarded a $40 pension for service. To this day, U.S. Army units still award. To this day, the Molly Pitcher Award is an award for spouses that have contributed or other people who have contributed to a unit that are untrained observers. According to sil/www.army.mil, 88 schools documents 88 awards, which will be in the link below. To nominate a worthy person for this award must complete all information in the nomination form, and a short 2-paragraph synopsis of the nomination's contributions to the branch, and an abbreviated bio. The nomination of the Honorable Order of Molly Pitcher must be nominated by a member of the Honorable St. Barb's. the thing I mentioned earlier about U.S. artillerymen and St. Barb's, and approved by a member of the Ancient Order of St. Barb's. All Molly Pitcher nominees or their spouses must be a member of the association. Those who are not, or whose spouses may not be members, will need to follow the procedures to become a member. In other words, this is an award that was given, it is currently still given out to spouses of soldiers who contribute greatly to U.S. Army, Air Defense Artillery units, and Field Artillery units. Thank you for listening to my presentation. All the links are below. Have a nice day.